What is going on, everybody? This is Bronco Juggalo, and it is time for Wild Eye Week, Day 5. Guys, I'm playing through the pain here. I'm having a lot of trouble with my ribs today, and I am really fucking hurting. In fact, I'll probably be hurting during the next 2 fucking reviews. Sorry, but that's just the way it is. I hope you'll bear with me. I'm really doing my best to keep upbeat as much as I can. And this has put a bit of a damper on my filming process for Wild Eye Week, but it's still not taking away from my enjoyment of it. Doing Faces of Fear today. Now this is an anthology film that was put together by producer Tony Newton, who also produced the movie that I'm in, that Dave Maggot directed the segment for, Theater of Gore 2. Look for that to be coming soon on Blu-ray DVD. I cannot wait for that to come out because I will be buying a bunch of copies and giving them away autographed to my friends like I'm some sort of big shot. Yay! Guys, I can't find the fucking case. It's around here somewhere. It probably fell behind my couch or something. And right now, I just don't have the ability to look for it. I can't even bend over. Just sitting here like this on the edge of this chair is fucking killing me. So, anyways, that's enough about that. Try not to bring that up anymore. I'm sorry. Now, I'm going to read off the list of directors here and associate them with their segments. This was directed by Luc Bernier, who did the segment Facing Face. Jason Figgis, who did the segment That Ties That Bind. Dane Kill, who did Cooking with Human Blood. Moses, who did Red Rubber. Wilhelm Muller, who did Callous, which was probably my favorite of the segments. David Pesca, who did Dream, and Martin Sontag and Ken Sonderheim, who did Harvest. Every single one of the segments in this was good for what they were. There were some I liked more than others. Some I thought were a little bit dull, but that's just because of me. I didn't think there was, that there was just something about them that wasn't, I don't know, just whatever. And it just wasn't me, I guess, or it just didn't appeal to my sense of taste. There's some slasher segments. There are some, I don't know if I want to call it rape revenge segments, because it's not really rape revenge. It's some of that. Basically, one of the segments, my favorite segment, Callous. A girl is called, or she's a hooker, and they want to play pain games with her. She says she's down for that. Then she takes a hammer out of her bag, smashes one guy's face in completely. It looked great. And knocks the other guy out, ties him up, and she starts inflicting some serious fucking torture pain on him. All the while getting it on film. And then there's a twist at the end of it. And it's a pretty brutal segment. I was a little surprised this movie did not end up in the Wild Ironic streamline. There is Cooking with Human Blood, where these 2 people, and supposedly this segment was actually a YouTube video that was pulled off YouTube because the authorities thought it was real. And there was a string of kidnappings in the town that it was filmed in, and that had to do with some sort of vampiric kidnappings because people were being drained of blood and shit like that. So, but they couldn't find any actual evidence that it was real, and so they had to let the people go. And the segment got added into this movie. Now, whether that's true or not, or they just made that up to hype the segment, I don't know. My second favorite segment is Harvest. And in Harvest, a gentleman, he kills women for a living and harvests their body parts through some sort of, middleman, mob guy, whatever. And this guy sells the body parts to wherever they need to go. Well, he goes after a woman and ends up getting what's coming to him because she just happens to be in the exact same business. As for the other segments, guys, like I said, The Ties That Bind, that was kind of interesting. It was a little trippy. Facing Face was definitely trippy. Still not 100% what was going on in that segment. No gore to speak of, really. But I just wasn't totally sure what was going on there. There was another segment called Skin Baby, and I couldn't find who directed that one. But that was kind of a cool segment. This lady is going to have a baby. The baby is not, it's like stillborn, it's not born, it's a miscarriage. And she gets a tattoo of the ultrasound right on her belly. Well, the ultrasound starts moving like it's living, and she's convinced that she's pregnant with it. And some weird shit starts happening so much that it traumatizes her, and she cuts the tattoo off. Well, then the tattoo ends up back on her fridge with a note saying, "Take care of him." And it's kind of a freaky segment, pretty brutal too. Definitely a cool segment. I definitely recommend this movie to anybody who's a fan of anthologies. I'm not treating this like a normal anthology review, guys, because honestly, I just wasn't feeling very well when watching the movie, so I didn't write down a lot of stuff. One of the things that I did love is throughout this movie, all the segments that have it, they are all shot extremely well. All the segments are shot well. They're all pretty well acted, and they all have very good special effects. Blood, gore, all very good. Almost pretty much everything is practical, and they just did a really good job on it. So, got to give props up to Tony Newton for putting this one together, and to all the directors for doing a really good job with their segments. This is Bronco Juggalo saying Day 5 is in the books, guys. Can't wait for Day 6 and 7. We're almost to the end, and it's been a blast so far. I'll talk to y'all later. Peace.
So I'ma make you